Didn't say anything.
Oh, sorry. I guess you got mine. Um, what I was going to say is it's not even the
And the
best
dairy.
fuel.
I'm going that far too. And the dairy subsidiaries because
No. The
if we're
dairy.
stockpiling cheese in fucking
Mm,
caves because we have so much excess milk, there's a problem.
I'm not going to go so far as to say the dairy one, but the corn one, yes. And because they always come back to it's the fuel additive. It turns out
hmm
if you actually look into it, there's like 6 or 7 better fuel additives for the octane than corn.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
no.
yeah.
And if you want to look at like corn syrup and all that bullshit for sweeteners and stuff, there are way better sweeteners you can use than corn syrup for that levels of shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
So
beetroot is a million times better for you than fucking corn syrup.
yeah. It turns out corn may be one of the worst things we've ever done long term.
Oh yeah, especially for the soils. Like, so my
Right.
son lives out in Iowa, whereas I live in Ohio, but both are rural. He's in FFA and he's already taking college courses because he's really fucking smart. And he has started annoying his teachers and people to where he's like hardcore, like, no, we get rid of corn. We need to get rid of corn. Like, we need to get rid of the corn subsidiaries. This is bullshit. It's a
Hey, real
terrible
quick,
crop for this. It takes
guys.
all the nitrogen out of the fucking soil to the point where we have to use soybean to put it back in. Corn is not a good crop for this.
Quick question, guys. Which one's worse, Ohio or Iowa?
In terms of what?
No. You live in one of those, so I need a non-biased answer. They both
Oh,
suck. The question is just how bad. Brian, do we have a ruling?
it depends what you mean, though. If you're going to say, like, roads or something like that, or I'll be objective. Like, there's things that Ohio definitely sucks with. So,
No. It just in general sucks. Anybody can give me a ruling?
I'm in
I
Illinois,
have
so
a.
I'm kind of surrounded by those two. I don't have a problem with. I
If I
think
could put
Iowa's
one,
better.
if I could put one fact in that recently me and my son learned about Iowa, that he's like, holy shit, this is horrible. Iowa is the number one state in the nation in terms of cancer rate. Their
Wow.
cancer
Yeah,
rate is 10 times higher than the next highest state.
correct.
Why? Because big ag has made it to where, like, no, if the fertilizer runs off into the water supply, you all shut your fucking mouth.
Yep. Spoiler. There are a lot of industries like that in a lot of states.
Oh yeah, but it's really bad in Iowa right now to where you're just like, wait, 10 times higher than the next closest state? That's alarming. That's really bad. Huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, I just wanted to let everyone know that I now have a novel for Kellen to be milk. It's not a novel, by the way. It's a short story. I gotta go, Boston Call. I'll be back in a
He always does that, right?
I'm just stopping to say hi. That's not too bad, I guess.
Still pretty much the same. Gonna go drink coffee later with my folks here. I didn't
I
want to interrupt you guys. It seemed like you were talking about something serious.
It's always
Yeah, just
serious.
talk about the corn subsidiaries for a little bit and random other stuff too. Like, they're serious things, but they're serious things that would take long times to fix. And in some cases, like those fixie roads are already being traveled.
I agree though about the
Oh,
subsidies, man. We definitely got to stop subsidizing stuff that, like, let the market suss it out. Like, why are we subsidizing stuff just for human feed? Oh, we need corn and wheat, just because calories like that. Like,
oh, the subsidies came about typically because of like shit that happened long time ago, and to make sure shit stay good, they were subsidized by the government. Typically, a lot of the shit came from around the Great Depression time era, right? So because certain stuff was subsidized by the government, all the farmers gravitated to
Mhm.
that because it's guaranteed income.
Exactly.
And then you get into the vicious cycle of, well, if we stop that, all those farmers are going to
Mhm.
struggle and lose their business. So we can't stop it.
Too big to
And then
fail.
more farmers get on it because it's guaranteed income, and now we extra can't stop it. And it's a problem.
Yeah. Yep.
How
As
do you
a
solve for that, actually? I mean, if you're going to solve for subsidizing something, I mean, some basic subsidies should exist probably in cases some area fails for God knows what reason, you know. So you probably need some kind of a subsidy, just
all the
not
time though,
permanent.
couldn't you
Not
just?
permanent,
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly. Okay. Well, yeah, yeah.
That's kind
yeah.
of the point, because it's like these have been in place since the Great Depression. We're talking like almost 100 years. You're saying we haven't fixed this yet, guys? We
You're
still
still
have to have
depressed,
Great
guys?
Depression shit. Yeah, the fuck?
No, but how do you do it? So once you get over the permanency, so if you want to do it temporarily, you need some kind of a committee that's going to decide who gets a subsidy, when, for what reason, whatever, and when do you cut the subsidy.
That's the
And how
problem.
do
The
you
committees will always they want the
you get my
committee wants
point?
to live. Yeah, the committee wants to stay around. So they say, oh well, you know, we still need that. We got to keep going. Got to build it bigger. It's got that's everything in the government. Every committee or what's the other word they use? But like every little group that they put together for things, they all have to
What
justify
if
their
subsidies
existence.
were what if subsidies were done in this in a way, for example, this year we're going to give you, I don't know, $1 million. Next year we're going to give you $900,000. The year after that, 800. Slowly decrease it to a level where, well, guys, you obviously are stupid to figure it out. So,
Mm.
evolution, sorry.
No, that makes sense.
That way you kind of avoid committees, but at the same time, I guess you could technically still help them for a time.
I would say I kind of fall on the side of no subsidies and let the free market figure it out.
I'm
Because
perfectly fine
if
with
you
that. Don't get me wrong.
like, the free market can figure it out, but then there's also, you can't forget just your local. It's one of those weird ones. An example I'll use just because it's readily available and shit like that is, do you have either any of you seen Clarkson Farm?
No.
So it's a documentary kind of series about Jeremy Clarkson, who was a media mogul. He did the Top Gear TV show for the
Yeah, I know the
BBC
guy.
for years. Okay. He bought a farm and just decided, I'm going to start fucking farming. And like, no, he's legit farming. He's learning how to do it on the go. You're watching him fail, figure shit out. He hires an actual farmer to help instruct him and basically become his partner. And he's unbiasedly showing you, like, hey, this is how government's always fucking the farmers. I didn't realize it was like this. I have this platform. I'm going to point it out. And he's done more for agriculture and farmers than anyone in recent history, just because of his reach. And your average person's like, oh shit, I didn't realize it was this bad for farmers. Because the people in the US are like, there ain't no way it's that bad over here in the US. Then they do a 5-second Google search and they're like, oh fuck, it's worse. Oh, this isn't good. So he's done a lot, but in his community, he's opened up restaurants and shit that draw in lots of people. And specifically, he's like, no, all the shit here is sourced from only people in this farming community. Nothing comes from outside of it. He is effectively subsidizing them just because it's his community.
I was thinking
That's
about maybe
something people forget about that often happens.
I think that's a good example of something I was thinking about recently. How, I was watching Asmongold and something came to my mind. How do you
Love him,
because
by the way.
yeah, he's a good guy, generally speaking. I mean, dumbass on some shit, but generally in the right direction.
I'll rephrase. I love him as a comedic force.
Yeah,
Don't agree with him on
fantastic.
everything.
Exactly. But one thing, I was watching him and I was thinking, Tim is starting this coffee shop. Difficult as it was, he finally did it. So, okay, he's returning back something to the community in a way. He's trying to build up his community. There's a lot of young people these days, from Bitcoin millionaires to who knows how many people. How do you actually persuade people how do you push the influencers these days who have, don't get me wrong, but a lot of excess money to return the favor back to the community?
Oh, many of them do.
Yeah, we have
you
to,
just,
man.
You just don't hear about it.
No, we have to.
The big one.
The thing is, like, getting yourself in bed with a bunch of sponsors. We already see the bigger creators going through those problems, and the best way that the smaller creators are growing now is through their own community, building their community by offering value back to people that subscribe to them, and somehow trying to create a win-win scenario for their audience. At least that's how I look at it. And you described about the farming, like that's basically what I'm doing. I'm trying to learn how to farm while making a podcast out of it to show off the ups and downs and the grind and the, hey, here's what I made. I made a mistake this week. Let me show you what I messed up on. You know what I mean? And that way people can maybe say, oh, I could do what he's doing, instead of looking at expert, perfect videos going, oh, that's too difficult. I can't do that. And then to your point about subsidies, a lot of newer farmers are saying no. As they get into the business, they're saying, I don't want daddy government, giving me the paycheck.
To the
exactly. So a lot of newer farmers are actually fixing the problem by coming up in different ways, like learning through technology and through other ways to not have to deal with government. Plus, you have the regenerative agriculture movement, which is huge, and that's definitely not going to be in coinciding with the government's plans of like just mass monocrop everywhere and just bad things. Sorry, I'm off my high horse now.
Oh no, you're fine. And
you're good. You're good.
Yeah,
I'm also live right now, guys.
Clarkson Farm, watch that shit. You will laugh your ass off. You're the perfect target.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
My wife grew up on a farm. Okay, got her watching it, and she has almost pissed herself laughing. One of her favorite parts is when he's installing his first electric fence. She's like, "Oh, I know exactly what's going to happen." Plugs it in. Is it working? And he fucking touches it. And she's like, I know exactly what that feels like.
Yep. Yeah, and that's, people need to see that. It's like there is every emotion within agriculture, and every person has to eat. So we got to stop like pretending like it doesn't exist. Oh yeah, just go to the grocery store, So I'm just trying to make people more aware. It's like you don't have to have a garden to appreciate those that do, and appreciate farmers, and kind of understand the system that we live in. You don't have to get down in the dirt to do that. People think I'm trying to tell them to go grow, have a garden. It's like you could have like one pot of like herbs on a windowsill. Like there's tons of little things you could do. People just don't do it.
Yep.
And then but on to Alex's point, like with many different creators, not just like farmer ones and stuff, a lot of them are giving back to their like IRL community. You just don't hear about it that often. Like a good example I can give, just knowing locally where I'm at and stuff. So I live probably about 15-20 minutes away from a very small village in Ohio called Yellow Springs. Yellow Springs has a very wealthy, very famous resident that has lived there his entire life. That's where he grew up. He decided to move there because it's a village of 3,000. People there don't know him as Dave Chappelle, the comedian. They just know him as, oh, hi, David. You're the guy that fucking helps coach the small little league basketball team. What's up?
No shit.
He can walk around peaceful and easy. He has nothing to worry about. It's a blast for him because he's like, no, here, I'm just David. I'm not this famous guy. When the town ran into financial issues because of COVID and all this other stuff, it's a very fucking small town. This famous shopping strip in the town where they got like head shops, comic book stores and shit, all of them were about to go out of business because of COVID, no business coming in and all this shit. So what David do? I'm going to buy the entire shopping strip. All of you, all the rent and shit, all the bills and shit you owed, I've paid them all now. You don't owe me shit until COVID is over. The only stipulation I have is none of this changes. I do not want my little slice of heaven to change.
Well, that's when you have a motivated person to do it.
And that's kind of what he did. And there's several places where you've got like relatively wealthy citizens that take a really positive force. But then sometimes you've got the citizens that weren't wealthy that try to use like political power to like get money and shit. You still got corruption.
I like it up to the point where it's like he wants everyone to stay the same. Like that could get weird over time, you know?
No, he means he does like he wants the comic book store to just that's going to be my comic book store, right? You're good. Yeah, we're good,
Right.
David. I'll keep selling comic books and cards. Sweet. That's more what he meant.
I could see like
you
a
want to update
twisted.
the shop? I don't give a shit. Like, do what you want, but I
Right.
still want this to be my local weed head shop, guys. Come on.
That makes sense. It's like, no, you guys updated you have a new trash can in here? What's going on? This isn't right. Like OCD about
That'd
it.
be crazy. He ain't gonna be that OCD. More just trying to protect his little slice of heaven, like he said.
Sure.
Which
Well,
is weird
you-
because it's a tiny village surrounded by nothing but ginormous farm. And he himself, he owns a weed farm there now.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not sure if you know. I'm from Serbia, just to fill you in. But I live in a small town, 15,000 people. My brother moved out to Spain. My cousin that lives in the town lived. We grew up together, sister basically. But she moved to London, and I wanted to move out. My fiance's Croatian. I was gonna move to Croatia, you know, to save myself from the country here because it was helpful when I was growing up. Heroin everywhere, and I was trying to figure out how to solve problems, you know. And I was looking at. That's how I kind of started with the YouTube shit and everything. I started ignoring Serbia completely because I saw nobody here has any idea what to do, and I was trying to figure out what to do here so I don't have to leave. Because don't get me wrong, I love my town. It's a small, quiet, quaint place. There's a big city nearby with a university. If my kids need to go to university, there you go. You know, I have everything here basically. I have a small garden in the backyard. We're growing some fruits, some vegetables. I was trying to figure out how to do these things a little bit, how to become more self-sufficient here, you know. And I was trying to figure out what to do. And the more I tried different things, I kind of wanted to move into, well, obviously everyone's becoming a creator these days. So I was thinking, why not? Okay, let's start doing something. So I'm still trying to figure out, similar to you, what Waylon, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Similar to you, I was thinking to do something, but a little bit more holistically, in the sense of, I think there is a marriage that can exist between farming, a little bit of tech, a little bit of social media, a little bit of family, but somebody needs to figure it out. There is a balance there. I can feel it because I do use technology. I work from home, and I've been working from home for a long time now. I don't know. It's just I'm trying to figure out how to actually formulate my message. That's the point.
No,
Did you build your
farmers
own
definitely
PC?
have to.
Yep,
Sorry.
I built my PC. I do programming by myself. I don't use anything online, cloud services, anything like that. I use local LLMs.
Lay the specs on me. What you running? What's your PC? Want to hear?
5900X 24 thread AMD Ryzen, 64 gigs of RAM, 7800 XT GPU with 16 gigs of VRAM. I have 3 or 4, I forget how many hard drives. In any case, I have around 10 terabytes on this PC, I think, or
Damn.
7, I forget. A lot.
It's a lot of
I
porn,
built
bro.
it up. And I have like one more PC behind me with a Nano 4 gigabyte GPU. You know, you remember those Radeon Nanos.
Yes.
That one, I'm planning to get a Vega now for AI because Vega still has HBM and it's fucking fast for AI. So I'm planning to get that. I have an additional laptop, one very old laptop. I have a lot of PCs. I don't throw away anything basically because in Serbia, people grew up. It's like, I don't know when I'm going to need it. So let's just keep it.
Same. That's where I was like, yeah, Serbia sounded like a lot like Ohio. This is weird.
You grow up like that here. You had to. Literally,
Yeah.
you had to.
Exact same. Though I'm kind of a little bit on the psychotic side when it comes to PC building. I love technology. I love everything about it. I fuck around with LLMs like you do. I have in this house currently 9 PCs that I built, and I would love to build more. It's like my therapy. It's like meditation when I build a PC. I love every bit
Oh
of
yeah.
it.
By the
You
way,
need
and
someone to build for.
my entire household is on Linux. Nothing runs Windows anymore.
We have a couple on Windows just for shit we need for work, but almost everything else is on Linux. But my main driving bitch is a 9950 X3D with 128 gigs of DDR5, 6000 megahertz RAMs with a CL of 26
Nice.
and a 5090 GPU.
Wow,
Aye.
sounds good. I don't know what that means, but
So-
it sounds good.
I have the highest, most
expensive.
expensive of all the shit that possibly is, and I can run almost any AI model on my PC that I want.
Go to China. They do upgrades for GPUs. You can upgrade. How much does the 5090 have? 32 gigs, right?
Yep, 32 stock, but you can fucking upgrade that bitch to a lot more.
You get my point. There was a video at Gamers Nexus. They did like 32 to 24 to 48 gigabyte for the 4090s.
And I think they did. I thought they did 32 to 64 with the 5090, and I was like, "That's holy shit."
Yep. It's cool. It's cool. That's awesome. I don't know, but the point is I'm trying to figure out, I want to create a website where people can kind of communicate. I don't know if I want Discord. I'm on the fence with Discord because I appreciate the community sense. It's much better than whatever social media exists out there. But at the same time, I don't like that people stay online.
How old are you? Because I'm asking because I'm like,
36,
do you
7
do
this
you
year.
remember MySpace?
Oh yeah, I remember customizing the
Yes.
HTML and CSS.
Many people miss that, and I think that
Yes!
would be wonderful because the fact that you had to design your own space made it as almost that was a point of entry. Like you had to bare minimum be able to design your own shit to get on here, and that made it such a great fucking place. I loved it.
Yeah, it was awesome. You could you could put those small music players. It's like this is my favorite song, and
Exactly.
Photo bucket would have the like the collage, or like it'd be like a cube of photos that would just spin to different directions and have different photos on the side. Yeah, so many
Yeah.
cool things.
Yeah.
You'd have
Yeah,
like a
and
playlist that
that's
would just
just-
start playing when someone
Yeah.
goes to your page. Like that was the thing that you would go to people's pages just to see how
the
it,
music.
just to see what
Yep.
happened when you turned it on.
Yeah.
See, I think there's a demand and a nostalgia for that kind of platform to come back. And, not saying to make a complete carbon copy, just saying you could easily brainstorm with people that remember it, that are a little bit tech savvy, to be like, we remember all the great stuff. Now, what's some shitty stuff that we could be like, this could have been improved?
Yeah.
Like the security of it, I think just the fact that people were going to random websites all over the internet to get links and codes and stuff. It's like that was just such a security risk. MySpace was.
Wild West back then, man.
You'd
Good
have to
times.
you'd have to make it all in website. Maybe even have some that you have to purchase, and make a setup to where a tool, just like games do, where people on the website can create different codes for other people within the website, so that way it's not codes all over the internet.
How many of you still have access to your Yahoo email?
Yahoo, I have access to it, but I don't really use it.
Yeah, that's why I say
I
access.
never had Yahoo. I still have access to my AOL and my Hotmail.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How old are you?
well, so I'm 38.
Oh my god. Well, in Serbia we didn't really have AOL. We immediately in the beginning we got stuck with Hotmail.
Oh, I got lucky that my dad went to college to work at IBM.
Oh, man.
So you're talking from the moment I was born, like the moment, like dude, mom would always tell, like, oh yeah, fucking Mike had Aaron working on PCs by the time he was 3 years old. He knew what a CPU was. He knew what everything was at that point, and it was just all downhill from there. It's like I never stood a chance. I fell in love with that shit and have never stopped being in love with it. And my goal is to have some kind of PC in every single room in my house, including the bathrooms. Now, you want to take a shit, grab the controller, start playing some games, boom. YouTube, wherever you want it.
Bathroom is kind of a bad
Yeah,
idea. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because of the water.
Well, not just that, but
Oh.
you don't want something that encourages you to sit on the toilet even longer. I'm sorry, because there's a lot of medical risks when it comes to that.
The main reason I want PC in the bathroom is because I very much enjoy my steam shower with water jets, and I do a lot of my best brainstorming and thinking. It's like a hot tub, like the way a lot of people enjoy a hot tub, except I hate being fully submerged in water. It's a weird CD fucking thing. So for how people love hot tubs, that's how I like a hot shower. So if I could have a screen and do some computer work while I'm in there in that steam hot shower, oh yeah. Oh, I'd be doing the best work there.
So you're going to Linus Torvalds, put the treadmill and the PC together.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I already got a height adjustable desk because I've noticed, like, hey, I'll work out in my little gym and stuff like that. But I'm just like, dude, the amount of time I sit working on my PC, I just got the height adjustable desk and a walking pad that was wide enough for somebody of my gait because I'm tall. I'm 6'2", 74 inches. Forget what that is in the metric system.
The 190. So I think 191 or 2 something.
Yep, I'm tall. So I got a wide gate, so those little walking pads where they're like, yeah, it's 15 inches across. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not a ballerina. I can't do that shit. So got one of those so I can walk for all the hours I'm on my PC doing shit.
Okay, you're 187. 187.
Okay, there you go. Close to 190.
I was close enough. No, I can understand you completely. I don't know.
Damn.
The thing I'm trying to figure out is just what to start with because I have everything ready pretty much. I have a microphone. I mean, I have everything. Just kind of trying to. I guess I'm trying to get the courage to start making videos.
You need to start with a reason. Like, what is your main reason? Is it just to get followers and money? Is it just to put a message out? Because that's a good reason. But like, you got to have a reason. There's so many people that start these days that just want to do something online and get like people to talk to them and follow them and all that kind of stuff. And that's just not enough because there's going to be ups and downs, bro. Trust me. Like, I feel like I should have a lot more people watching me right now, but there's 7 people watching me, and it's like that can be pretty depressing if that's all that you started this for. You know what I mean?
No. I'm not.
And I'm not saying that you are, but
I'm not.
you know,
I
you
didn't
get what I'm
start for the money,
saying. Yeah,
definitely,
sure.
because if I started for the money, I would much longer before this move out of here. So don't get me wrong. I didn't start this for the money. I don't see the people talking about small tips and tricks that people can do with PCs. That would be my first content I was thinking about. Doing some small tutorials like how to use Brave goggles, because everybody complains the news is biased. It's like you have literally a tool in Brave Search that gives you the option to whitelist and blacklist shit you don't like. It's like, why don't you just use that? So I was thinking to start doing those kinds of small videos, like you don't have to install an application. You can just do a web app, guys, if you don't want to be tracked. You still get Twitter, you just don't get the app that tracks you everywhere. It's like there are small tips like that people can still use the technology that exists today, but they don't have to give everything they give nowadays.
So you're saying that you want to offer value to people, like you want to offer like insight on things.
Exactly, kind of. Some short, I guess in the beginning it would probably be some kind of short videos. Also, it would kind of match. I was thinking mostly because TikTok's popular recently, so that would be a good way to do it probably. I mean, I wouldn't use TikTok, but I would make shorter videos that could go anywhere, basically.
I've been tempted to get on TikTok just because I've had to make a lot of shorts for Rumble, so I'm like, I could just upload all those all at once. Just haven't
I
ever.
was thinking, but our TikTok is still Chinese.
Yeah.
Random
So,
question that kind of goes along with what you guys are talking about, like the motivation for doing stuff. So, you watch Asmongold, you mentioned that. Do you know the reason why Asmongold started streaming?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
I
gaming
don't-
is a little different, right? Like he's probably a gamer to start with, and then I'm not sure what's
I
his
know he
reason.
was a
It
WoW player.
was simply so that way he could go back and rewatch the raids for World of Warcraft.
Hey,
So
Chris,
that
what's
way
up?
he could optimize them for later. That's it.
Huh.
Had nothing to do with viewership, nothing to do with getting big, and he just, because of that, he spoke his mind. And that's what people ended up falling in love with. So it's not
Mhm.
necessarily what your goal is, it's just be genuine. That's
Yep.
why everybody likes Asmongold. They're like, no, he's just who he is. He does not give a shit about your opinion. He's not trying to candy coat. He is just so blatantly and honestly himself.
So I'll agree and I'll disagree. I got to push back a little bit because how long has he been doing it? Do you know? Has it been more than 10 years, probably 15 years?
Oh, that's just the streaming. He doesn't do the YouTube shit. Actually, somebody reached out to him and they do all the editing and upload everything to it. And they like split it 50-50, but Asmongold does nothing with the YouTube.
So what do you mean
It's-
by streaming then?
He
Does
just
Twitch and
gets
Kick.
on Twitch, hits
Oh, so Twitch
record the
streamer,
moment
okay.
he gets on his PC, does all this random shit, and
he
then
streams
gets
on
off.
Rumble, Kick, and Twitch.
Yep, Rumble, Kick, and Twitch. And he kind of just doesn't have a set anything. It's just from the moment he's on his PC, the random shit he does, like any of us.
I know,
What are you
but
gonna
my
search?
point
I
is
don't fucking
like
know.
when he first started, the craze of monetization and creatorism was not nearly what it is today. My point is anyone starting today, you better have a strong reason because of the pool of competition is so high, you got to have a reason beyond I want to, get my message out to people because that it may never happen. You have to have some other reason. Like Asmongold had a reason. Like he had a separate reason than, hey, I want people to watch this live video. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have to have any viewers because that wasn't his reason to do it, and that's what made him
and
successful.
that was my point also.
Yeah,
We're in
yeah.
full agreement. The
Yeah.
point was
That's a
he
good point.
did that for no reason of wanting anything. That's why he didn't
Sure.
care and he was able to be genuine.
Mhm.
That's kind of another example of in that same field of live streaming that is a recent rise would be the guy known as Queso, a really fat dude. He has risen in a time where being able to rise was nearly impossible. And why was he able to rise? Because he got on there. His reason for streaming was I had a backlog of video games and I did it to hold myself accountable to I'm going to actually play this shit. That's it. And then people got on. Mostly it's because of the younger generation than us. They got on and were like, oh my God, you're so fat. And then he didn't get offended. He just clapped back at them. And they're like, oh my God, this is fun. So it became kind of a joke that everybody gets on and makes fat jokes at him. And then he claps back. And they make more jokes and he claps back. And he became one of the biggest fucking streamers there is because of that. Because he had thick skin
Yeah,
and wasn't easily offended.
I don't get offended. I live in
that?
Serbia. I live in Serbia. We don't
Yeah.
get offended. We offend.
There's another case of kind of like so what Waylon said, it's you just need to get on, it's being genuine. That comes off more than like one of the quickest things now that gets me to click off of a video is one, if I hear
Hey,
the
Nelly.
AI voice,
Sorry, go ahead.
voice, I'm done immediately, right?
Oh my God, I stopped
And
watching
if it-
YouTube completely
Yep.
almost.
And then if it's somebody that's like, okay, it's a real person and they're talking, and then I'm watching their eyes move and I hear 5 or 6 metaphors in a goddamn row. Oh, you used AI to script this shit. I'm done.
One of the
They're not
biggest
being
problems
genuine, they're just
one
trying
of the
to be
biggest
easy.
problems
Mhm.
one of the biggest problems I have, honestly speaking, is, don't get me wrong, I love America and everything, but I think you guys have gone a little bit too far with the laws, the order, the bureaucracy, the everything, and even the medical treatments for everything and whatever. people rely too much. I was trying to promote kind of a message like, guys, let's just start doing a little bit of our own shit and stop relying on other people to do shit for us, because that's what's killing us.
That's what I'm doing, brother. Everybody can be a little more
Self-responsibility.
self-sustainability. Yeah. Self-reliant, self-responsibility. Yes, all of those things. And you can't.
I'm just afraid. That's the biggest fear, honestly speaking, that I feel. It's just being afraid to argue with people about it. They are going to pretend they're high and mighty just because I'm from fucking Serbia. And I might not know English. That's the thing that kind of, I might not know English in a moment where I might need to. It might be an easy way out for people to ridicule or something like that. I'm like, how do you get over that? That's the thing. It's like, that's the thing that's scaring me mostly, to start, as far as I can see it. I don't know. Just arguing.
You
with
get
a better-
better over time. Honestly, doing like if you do streams and shit like that, or even just recorded videos in English, that will inevitably make you significantly better at it. Some of my favorite, like they do random little videos and shit, is there's a guy called Reki. He's from Sweden, and he made his video specifically not to get fame or anything, but because I want to get better at English. So he
Okay.
reacts to stuff in English. He speaks in English, and his early videos, oh dude, it's rough as fuck. It's very broken. You're way better than what he was at his start. But if you
I'm an
listen to
English
him
teacher, by the way.
now, woo,
I'm an
his-
English teacher.
Yeah. But
Oh,
if you
wow.
listen to him now, he sounds like an English major. You're like, oh, he improved a lot by just doing.
I learned more English on YouTube and from Peterson and from listening to YouTube videos of different people than I did. I literally passed Shakespeare with a 10, which is the highest grade here. Literally just by listening to Peterson for such a long time. I got out to the exam, read the books, and didn't even study shit. Just came out, said what I thought. Turns out that's the thing you need to say. I don't know. That's kind of how I passed Shakespeare, but generally speaking, I'm not that bad with English overall. My English maybe was broken mostly because I teach Japanese people. And one more thing I'm trying to avoid is, I know it's annoying in the beginning, but I don't want to show my face in the beginning, mostly because of issues here in Serbia.
Yeah.
I might get into some problems with either the government or somebody for some reason, and I don't want to get into that. I just want to go low in the
You
beginning.
could do
so I can-
those like AI figure overdub things.
Yeah, my
Or
fiance-
you
I was
could
just
try
thinking
to
that.
do the low
My-
budget animation style that some other people do, to where it's like there's just like a cutout figure that they
Yep.
have on the side.
My fiance is working on rigging me I have an entire thing that I designed. Basically, I have a novel I started. I started a million different things. And at this point, I even have a character. I have a logo. I have everything basically that I was designing since I was 16. And as I said, I want to holistically put everything together. That's
Dirk
kind of-
Gently, the holistic detective. Sorry, it's just a fucking amazing show. I love that ran for 2 seasons and they got unjustly canceled.
But yeah, I guess I'm gonna, and I even have a domain already. I just need to build a website. Gonna have to do it.
Hey, Kayla, how's it going?
Did you ever see the Shia LaBeouf motivational video on YouTube?
That yelling in the camera.
Yeah, where he's just telling you to just
Yep.
do it. Yeah, that's kind of the motivation that you need right now. Like, ignore the crazy, but just listen to what he's saying, and he's right. Just do it. Don't
I
let your dreams be dreams.
I can tell you one thing, brother. You will never be ready for it. You just have to start it, like he's saying, and then you just have to adjust as you go. You just have to adapt. Like, it's just like the equipment that you might want to have, it just isn't there
I
yet.
don't care
You
about
know,
the
like,
equipment. I don't
Piece
care
it all
about the
together as you
equipment too
go.
much.
yeah, like all of it. That's just one of the examples, like equipment
Yeah, I
and
get you, I get you.
understanding
Whatever
websites.
is, whatever
and,
is blocking you, I get
start somewhere small, and then you can reach out. I started by pre-recording videos on OBS, and eventually now I'm actually live streaming, which is a little different. I like the active chat and the people actually commenting. We got at least one person in the chat right now putting out dancing bananas, and it's just a lot of fun with the live viewers versus just talking to myself on the camera.
That's the strange thing. Yeah, talking to yourself. That's why streaming is better. Anyhow, guys, I have to say, first of all, thanks very much. That gave me food for thought, definitely, and I hope I'm not going to be overthinking it. Thanks anyhow, and I'm going to be going coffee's waiting. Sorry. Appreciate it. Take care, guys. Good luck.
Have a good one.
Yep.
I made my car too heavy.
Your car or cart?
Yeah. No, it's a car. It's a game called Scrap Mechanic. And it seems like it's very front end heavy right now. Let's see if I can fix it. Actually, front end heavy might be okay as long as it can still clear objects. I'm a dwarf in I'm a race of spacefaring dwarves that lost contact with the farming planet that we have, and so I've been sent to a farming planet to investigate. And it turns out all of the robots that we use to farm our food have gone haywire and now are fighting and bad guys. So I have to use my ingenuity skills and gather materials, and eventually I can build drills and saw blades for my car so I can go and cut down trees and break rocks. And it's just it's a fun game. There's a lot to it. There's a whole tower defense aspect to it, because if you start farming and growing food, robots will start coming after you. And so then you have to make defenses and stuff and be clever about how you make defenses. And then there's also like exploring and going like dungeon crawling, basically. It's pretty fun game. I'm just driving my new car around right now, trying it out. It's got a little low clearance. I might be able to add more clearance to it just by making the wheels go down a little bit lower. Kayla and Nelly Bean in the house. Chris was in here. Chris is like, what the heck's going on? Well, it says everything in the title, Chris. Playing a game and chilling. What do you what do you need to know, my dude?
That reminds me of something I saw in real life the other day over the weekend. We were up at a lake that we have a summer house at, and we took the boat to get it topped off, gas-wise. And while we were there, we're like, what the fuck is that? So they had like one of your tri-tunes, your 3-tunes, pontoon-looking boats, right? But they had customized this one to have a second deck, which obviously was not designed to have that amount of top heavy, with a fucking slide and shit on the front. So I'm like, okay, so you're making this a party boat with two 200 outboard engines on the back.
Wow.
And I'm staring at this thing like, there is no fucking way that's safe. So kid that's pumping the gas, I'm like, you guys actually take that out? He goes, yeah. How stable is it? Not at all, dude. It's fucking scary. Oh, what do you guys use it for? Oh, people pay to take it out as like a party boat and stuff. But you just told me it's like not stable
not
at
safe.
all. Yeah, it's not safe at all, dude. Huh. How fast can you get it to go? I don't know, 55, 60?
Jeez.
And it's not stable. What the fuck? Okay, nice talking to you. And that was the end of it. And I'm like, holy shit.
I think I'm good on that.
Some crazy shit, man. I should have took a picture of it. That thing was wild. Yeah, I'll see it again up there, and I'll snap a picture then. What the fuck?
Did it have like flames on the side?
I did not get to see the side because they had it parked kind of like right in front of where we were docked getting pumped with gas. So I could see the back, and through all the seating, I saw the slide in the front. And then, of course, the two Mercury 200 horsepower outboards. I'm like, the fuck do you need 400 horsepower on a, this is a chill party boat with a slide. Answer me that. Like,
That
that's
doesn't sound very
insane.
chill. Like, hold on, Ethel.
Well, then you got the other fact that water's that interesting substance that the quicker you're going, the harder it gets.
Right.
You hit water at certain speeds, it's like landing on concrete.
I have this idea that I'm going to try to implement here. I don't think it's going to work there. So there's a lot of like hills and stuff and like terrain. So I'm gonna add wheels underneath the vehicle that aren't really connected to any kind of steering or anything, but just literally for times when I might hit a hill that I can't fully get over, just in the center of the underside. Let's see what happens. Can I connect this engine to it? Yes. Yes, I can. Interesting. Hey, Miss Quinzel, how you doing? Chilling, man. Hope you're having a good day. A good stream? Yeah, not bad. I'm just chilling. Just trying to get my day going here. And thought I'd pop in on the Discord over at Timcast. I don't even know who I'm talking to. What's up, man? What's your name again?
Lee Holt.
Oh, I
What's
see
up?
it on the screen now. Yeah. I'm trying to get in over there more often. Like, I kind of was turned off when I joined it because yes, I want to network, and yes, I want, I've been doing shows for years. But then you get in there and it's like that's pretty much all that you find in the VIP chat, and like everybody's kind of nasty in there, and nobody wants to do any kind of collaboration or whatever. So I kind of left it for a while. But now that I'm doing the voice chat, it's probably just a nice place to hang out once in a while.
That's kind of the ongoing gag or joke in the voice chat, and the people that are like legit active, which is the ones in the voice chat, even if they're only in periodically a couple times a month, is that the VIP peoples are kind of just like toxic as fuck.
I mean, I am VIP, but I didn't.
Oh, I am too. I'm a
yeah.
VIP person, and I'm fully willing to admit, like, oh, I don't go into the VIP section anymore because it's just it's not enjoyable. So I'll let those people hang out there and stuff, and just hang out with the real motherfuckers that are chill as shit.
I mean, you get real conversation here because the texting is just its own issues anyway. I think a lot of people who stick to that are there for that reason, is that anonymity. They can say things that they wouldn't say out loud, and tons of that kind of stuff. Of course, people think social media is toxic, and it's really just the fact that it's text versus talking. Get on,
Correct.
Get on calls or get in live streams and talk to people, and it's a different thing.
There could still be some heated debates on here, but
100%,
people are still more reasonable.
Let's see. Gotta get my tool. Oh no. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can fix that. Aha! That was a problem. Okay. That's supposed to be connected to that. The hell? That's not right at all. It's disconnecting from my suspension. That's the problem. Damn it. Why is it doing that? Hey, Margaret. Good morning. Now we're starting to get some friends in here. It takes me about an hour before the notifications really get around to everybody. Which can be pretty frustrating. Okay, so that doesn't work like that. I have to take the whole thing
Get
apart, I
fucked,
guess.
Des Moines. I win.
Des Moines? Oh, you're playing, are you watching sports?
No, I'm playing World of Warships, World War II
Oh, nice.
naval game. We played it for a long time and about to kill a cruiser. That's the USS Des Moines.
When you're like Des Moines, I was like thinking sports teams or something.
Oh, I get that. I just the U.S. Navy names most of their vessels after either cities or states.
It's so weird how that's doing that. I think it's just too heavy, maybe. I could max these babies out, but I don't think it's going to help. Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, if anybody wants to have a little morning cap, let me know. We are a bit of a cannabis community over here, Lee.
Oh, dude, I've been smoking this whole fucking time.
Oh, wow. I
You
try
haven't
to
been
put
here
it
to
off.
bong rips?
No.
Oh.
I haven't been, I've been trying to hold off a little bit. It's noon now, I guess. Noon is enough. Noon is weighted enough. I have my dab rig heated up and ready to go next to me with a e-nail. I'm trying to work on tonight's game show while playing a game, letting my mind kind of wander a little bit. I got to come up with 14 challenges for tonight. I wouldn't call it a cannabis game show. It's more of a growers game show because it's got a ton of different sponsors that have supplies for growing, and of course a lot of that is intermingled with cannabis growing, but also not, because I'm not just trying to. It's not my whole thing. I'm trying to do both. Like I want veterans to know that it's an option if they have tried everything else beyond pills and alcohol and suicide. And so that's kind of one reason I'm open about it and try to make it more normalized, while also trying to be like clear about ups and downsides. You know what I mean? Like not everybody can handle mood altering substances. But it's a tough thing, man. I'm pushing a boulder uphill trying to do this, doing bong rips on the screen. A lot of people who don't know about cannabis, they're very turned off by that, versus like Joe Rogan, smoking a blunt on screen. It just looks like a cigar or a cigarette, right? It's less turn off for people who aren't into cannabis. But what's funny about that, you and I both know, the bong rip is healthier than hitting the blunt or whatever. Like that's. Having the water filtration is a better thing. It just looks crazy to people that don't know what the heck it's all about. Anyway, I'm rambling to you, but I'm also talking to the 16 people chilling with me. So
True. I'm a disabled veteran.
Oh, me too.
Yep, that's my main spiel, is just kind of smoking, but I'm also I don't know. I'm the resident weird kind of. I'm not a hippie, but like Ian, did a
Right.
lot of experimentation with psychedelic drugs and achieved ego death. So I'm just kind of like a monk.
Yeah.
Doesn't give any fucks.
That's what's funny about cannabis these days is like you have a lot of people that still big spider on my countertop. Hey, buddy. Where are you going? You hiding under my keyboard? You can go somewhere else, please. Over to the garden, bud. Big fucking spider too. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the whole like persona of the hippie, right? I used to say hippie crits because people these days like they want to try to look like a hippie and act like a hippie, but really you don't have to be a hippie to understand the benefits of cannabis, you know. And so I kind of had that trouble. I have that trouble still where I don't kind of fit into all these sort of stoner kind of groups and situations. And so I do my own thing. Like everybody's got to eat. If we can't build something from that like fact, you know, cannabis is a side note compared to, you know, everyone surviving and eating.
Just a huge advocate besides cannabis with MDMA for helping veterans of PTSD. That shit fucking works.
I haven't got to do that, but that would be sweet. Now, let me tell you what, it kind of sucks. I got to feel like I'm going to be the adult in the room for a second. But Ibogaine is probably, to be honest, better than all of everything else when it comes to treating PTSD and, of course, addiction and other issues. Have you heard of Ibogaine?
Oh, I have. It's just
doesn't sound fun. It doesn't sound fun. But
no, and MDMA does not have the success rate as it does, but MDMA has a ridiculously high success rate and is immensely more fun. So
so much more fun. And let me tell you what, back in my day, I maybe I didn't do it nearly as much as friends I knew, but ecstasy was something that I would on occasion, you know, make sure that I knew where I was getting it and make sure all these, you know, try to be as safe as possible. But it was something that I really liked. But nowadays, you can't even do it because it's just fentanyl. It's just something else. It's not even.
Oh no,
it's whatever else.
You can get full giant
not where I'm at.
test kits. You can order those off Amazon.
Oh, touche. Yeah.
Test. Yeah, you get the Regency test kits and shit. So, like for instance, I'm not going to name names and shit like that, but I have a buddy of mine who's known in the psychedelic music scene around here, and his shit went through every test point possible and came back as, no, this is pure MDMA. I was even like, where the fuck did you get this? He's like, wow. Not going to say things, but maybe a buddy of mine's the professor of pharmacology at a college. Maybe that buddy's also a hippie from the time period of Pink Floyd. Not going to say much more than that. I'm like, all right, nice. Respect. But I will say, after having done ecstasy and then pure MDMA,
yes,
it's difference. A world of difference. But
yes, yeah. Because that's kind of why I said ecstasy, because the upper aspect of it, which is really them just jamming uppers into it, was kind of the thing that I kind of liked, that combination of like you had that touchy feely kind of emotional feeling, and then you also had the hey, let's dance. Who wants to dance? Like. And that was just probably the reason that I liked it too much. But yeah, the thing is, people don't go into those things with the health aspect in mind. Like, okay, well, what do I need to do to make sure that I'm you know, functioning well throughout this? Okay, make sure I drink water, make sure I'm
hydrated.
You know, so many different things that you can kind of line up with.
Magnesium supplements beforehand.
Plan out your night so that you're not like going to get stuck somewhere or like not know what's you know where you're, like make sure you're around people that are responsible, like so many things that you could have these experiences without actually, you know, having some kind of ridiculous risk or maybe just recreational party aspect to it.
See, I just keep it as a nice casual fun thing that me and the missus do periodically.
That's what I've always said. If I had a missus, every like once a year or something, a nice planned evening would be.
With MDMA, you don't want to take it a lot because how it works and why it's able to help with PTSD is kind of it's really fucking weird. But basically, what MDMA does is it goes to, you know how all of our emotions are controlled by chemicals in our brain, right? We got happy chemicals, sad chemicals, all that shit, right? MDMA goes to your brain and says, hey, dopamine. All you happy chemical receptors and glands, dump it all at once, baby. Dump it all in one go. Now, problem veterans of PTSD have is that because they've had such extremes of emotions, that when they come back, their regular run-of-the-mill emotions don't even register because
Right.
they've been through such extremes.
I've
Or
been
another
told
easy
that
way to put it
I
is
don't have
like,
emotions.
think of it as like the pipe for those emotions to go through is clogged and backed up. Well, how can you fix a clog? Like, get a plunger and try to plunge it out, or you can dump a shit ton of pressurized whatever the fuck through it and clear the clog. That's effectively what MDMA does
Sure.
for veterans of PTSD. You're dumping it all, unclearing the clog, and usually after one session, you're talking, it's higher than 50% are like, holy fuck, I can feel again. Oh my
Mhm.
God, this is amazing. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3, but generally all of them kind of get cured from it and shit. I just keep doing it because I fucking love it, but I
Right.
do it responsibly. You have to wait at least 3 months for your glands to restore and regenerate and
Mhm.
refill with the happy chemicals. If you're one of those psychos that's like, I'm going to do it back to back to back to back, you actually will cause damage and fuck yourself effectively. You just keep dumping that gland like a sponge. You just keep wringing out. You fuck it up.
Kind of like masturbation. Oh, sorry.
Correct. You beat it too much. You go blind.
Chris says I get the stoner vote. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that, man.
Yep.
22 people in the house, guys. Hit that repost if you would. I'm just chilling today, but I appreciate the engagement. Thank you.
Candy flipping.
Yep.
That's where it's at.
See, yeah, I knew
And
a
you
lot of
take-
people that want to drink alcohol while they're doing these different things, and I'm like, that is the stupidest thing. Like with mushrooms or anything like that, it just cancels it out. Like you're not nothing. It's just ridiculous.
LSD with MDMA. They do not cancel each other out. They interact
be
with
good,
different
yeah.
parts of the brain. Oh,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
good, dude. Like, that's kind of the closest I've ever gotten to what the Buddhists call nirvana. I was just like, boom, holy shit, I'm 100% present and in the here and now. And I feel like I am one with everything. Holy fuck, this is crazy. Lasted for about 4 hours. And it's been amazing ever since. So I'm just like, no. I'm okay with the universe being as crazy as it is. We're all good. Just along for the ride.
So I have all 4 wheels that are turning wheels. The back wheels turn opposite from the front wheels, just to give myself. It makes it really squirrely, kind of difficult, but at the same time, you get such a good turning radius that I can actually drive through the woods and around these rocks and things. It's been. I think this is going to work out nicely. What do you guys think of my new car? Comment below. Kayla,
Does it have
Chris.
flames on the side?
You know what? That's a good question, and no, it doesn't. But maybe I can't. I can paint things, but I can't necessarily paint a flame.
Because everybody knows flames on the side adds 5 horsepower.
It doesn't have sides, actually. It's just a chassis that I'm driving around.
It's gonna sound random, but it's one of those like stoner facts that I just love to bring up because it's just hilarious and amazing. Are you remotely a fan of the Warhammer 40k universe?
Sure. Yeah, I played
Okay.
some of the games. I didn't play the tabletop games though, but I know about them a little bit.
So, are you familiar with how the orcs work and how fucking hilarious it is, and how much I envy them? And by work, I mean how does their machinery work? Like their airplanes and their cars and shit.
On alcohol, maybe.
No, they are straight magic. Okay. So,
Okay. Well, hold that thought because it's 420
Okay.
somewhere. Everybody, let me play this.
Cheers.
Play this little. This 420 medical toke. Smoke responsibly.
nice.
Cheers, everybody. Now go ahead.
So the orcs will take random shit and piece it together in the shape of whatever they want it to be. And then they all believe it will work, and their belief makes it work.
Manifestation, baby.
Yep, it is quite literally manifestation, but it's so fucking cool at the same time. Because think about if that's how it worked for us in real life. You're just driving down the road, you run out of gas, you're like, oh fuck, I ran out. No, I didn't. I remember, I filled it up earlier this day. You just believe, and all of a sudden, you just take off.
You know what you're
Greatest fucking
describing?
thing ever.
You're describing Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan. Anybody?
Military the shit.
He's like, Bill, remember the keys. Remember the keys, Bill. And so they showed up when he was in the
Yep.
jail. Remember that? That's the best part. San Dimas jail. Chris says, need a wizard, a dragon, and a hot chick. Well, I could be a hot chick dwarf, but I'm a dude dwarf instead.
Hey, dwarven women have beards too.
Touche. Touche. Now I
I'm
need
one
to
of
go.
those super nerds that I was
It's
not
true.
pissed off at all about like, oh, there's a black dwarf in the Rings of Power. I was like, nah, where's this bitch's beard?
Yeah, it's pretty
Nah,
messed
you
up.
lost me with that. I don't. Nah, the bitch needs a beard.
That's
wrong.
pretty messed up. No beard? Jeez.
There was a movie where Salma Hayek played a bearded lady.
Interesting. So,
But still
not-
hit it.
sounds like you've got a lot of fun beard facts.
Nah, just a lot of fun random movie facts.
This is my gas tank for now. Hold some extra gas in
Puerto
there.
Rico.
So they just came out with an update on this game, and that's why I'm playing it. The update is like actual full release, which has been years in the making. So this has been a pretty exciting playthrough so far. Alright, I got a bunch of things I need to put on here, like a beacon. So I need a beacon somewhere. Maybe I'll put the beacon where this guy is. Off to one side, maybe. There we go. I want a green car. There we go. I gotta figure out this front suspension. Just a little bit too front heavy. Although that doesn't really hurt it right now. Let's see. Oh, I can put a horn on it. Let's see. Where'd my horn go? Right here. Alright guys, we need to go and get some more components. A lot more components. I will put some lights on it though. This backlight here. So there's some light on the ground, and then maybe give it two big old booby headlights. Let's see. Maybe something like here. By the way, Lee, if you want to join my Discord, I just made a server. It's just bare bones, just for me and my community. But you're welcome to join, man. We do a lot of. I will say I have built a very good community because I let all these, you know. I guess I don't want to just be disparaging, but these people who I've fallen out with over the years, who are just I find that are just despicable or you know. Not good people, we'll say. It's become a very solid community because of that. You know, like everybody who's here, like I have a Facebook Messenger, like a group or community call it a community, but it's basically just a group chat that has multiple group chats in it. And we say good morning to everybody says good morning. Like it's really just nobody's in there spamming a bunch of junk, and it's just I keep it pretty locked down, I guess, since I have the time to do so as a working for myself and disabled veteran, etc.
Hell yeah. I'll tell you,
So
get an invite from yous or whatever.
yeah. I forget about that part. Let me do that in a second here.
It's like, I think I got my thing set to where we have to be friends for a message to come. I'm just locked in a live battle right now, and somehow I'm being MVP.
I forgot you were playing a game too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ask to stream. Go to Steam. No. I'm trying to look for your. Here we go. Add friend. There we go.
Sweet. Alt tab Discord. And accepted. Back to the game.
Thanks.
Fuck you, Ohio. Even though you're the state I live in and I love you, but as a ship, you're gonna die.
You can't hear? Can anyone hear? What do you mean you can't hear?
Maybe they're deaf.
You should be able to hear the audio. I keep hitting some damn buttons that mute my browser. Well, you gotta stop jerking off your keyboard, bro. Alright, let's see.
Did you grow up watching The Simpsons?
Yeah, for sure.
There was an early episode where Homer got really, really fat, and he tried to dial on the phone. And what happened is it led to a message of, the fingers you have dialed with are too fat to use this phone. To order the magic dialing wand, please press 1.
You're dialing
That's what
wand.
your person saying, I pressed the wrong buttons. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Are their fingers too fat for the keyboard?
I'd say Chris is he's about as slim as I am. Chris, what do you weigh?
One of those itty bitty keyboards.
His name's Chris P, so sometimes he gets wild when we call him Extra Crispy. He gets a little extra wild once in a while. He comes up on the game show and on the panel show that I do. He's a real wild one. I grew up sticking my finger in the light socket. Oh snap! Yep, that would be Chris.
I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say I'd been electrocuted once or twice. When I
Oh,
was
for
younger.
sure. All right, let's see. Oh, we don't need these bearings on us. Let's put those away. I don't think I need the buttons anymore. Not until I get my saw blades. I guess I was told I apparently skipped by a bunch of the campaign that they have now, which they didn't have a campaign before. So now I have like quest line that I have to figure out. And I got very little time to mess around with it. Need some more scrap chest, but that's okay. We'll get some scrap to make some scrap chests. Well, that's what we can do. Yes. And then for this, there. Alright, it says reconnect the ship's console, so I need to go back to the starting ship. So you can actually get pretty complicated in this game if you're actually good with cars and can build fairly complicated steering mechanisms, just like vehicles have in real life. But if you don't want to have to do all that, you can just kind of make things that are functional in the game, but not something that you would use in real life.
Nice. What branch were you in, by the way?
The Army.
Army. Gotcha. I was in the Navy.
Well, let me put it to you in terms that you can understand. You can build a boat, and I can build. I can use the wood in the game to make motors that could then propel me in the water. I'm kidding about that, by the way, but yes, you can build boats. I'm sure you understand cars too.
Yes. Yep.
You're like, if it's not on the water, I don't really understand. No.
No.
All right.
No.
Let's see. Where's?
No, you just reminded me because I was like, oh, yeah, fuck. I gotta change my spark plugs. Yeah, I don't feel like doing that. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Nope, I don't feel like doing that. So I was like, I gotta do it, but I don't really need to do it right this second. So, yeah. That's one of those. Yesterday I changed the oil, all the air filters, the fuel filters, checked in all the other fluids and happy horse shit. And I had the spark plugs, and I was like, you know what? It's 90 degrees in this garage now.
Whoa.
I think I'm done for the day.
I found a flaw in my vehicle here. I keep flipping over when I turn. When I take too
High
big of a
center
turn.
of gravity.
It needs training wheels like I put on it last time.
I mean, you could always just make its base wider, like its frame.
It's pretty wide. Like a lot of people, this seems like wider than it needs to be. Maybe I just be careful a little bit when I turn.
I mean, like, how sharp a turn are we talking?
It typically in an open field when I go to make a big wide turn at full speed, thinking that I can do that. That's probably the issue. Okay, I gotta.
It depends on like the grade of the turn, because if you're like, yeah, I'm trying to do a 90-degree turn at 100 miles an hour, I'm like, yeah, everything should flip at that.
I also think that maybe the weight distribution of the items inside, because they do have weight. They have different amounts of weight.
Are they shifting around?
No, but it's heavy. It looks like heavier on one side of the vehicle, maybe. Possibly. Uh-oh. I wonder if I could drive my car through the water across the water.
Well, you're gonna make it one of those ducks, the amphibious vehicles.
You can make a boat, but I'm not really sure how it gets propelled. I've seen people make use these like snails that you can find, glow bugs or something like that. There's bots in the water too now, and I'm gonna get effed if I'm trying to carry my car across the water. What was I saying? Oh yeah, these bugs that you can get that will move towards cardboard because that's what they eat. And so I've seen like designs of boats made using that in mind, where the bugs will push the boat because they're inside the boat and you have cardboard like on the other side of a wall that they can't get through or whatever. It's just a funny way that the physics worked for somebody to make that. I don't think that's the case anymore, but it was fun. All right, I think I can make this. I'm gonna get it. Hey, Grunt, what's
Yeah.
up, brother?
I got a number of real life home improvements going on.
Oh, bro, that's not never ending, isn't it?
No, it's what it is. That's the thing they never tell you about buying a house. It's like once you buy a house, either Lowe's, Home Depot, or Menards will own the bulk of your paycheck from this point forward.
Hey, at
Take
least
your
that
pick, it doesn't matter.
tell you that veteran discount really helps going to Lowe's, man.
It does, it does. And then like, your USAA rewards credit card that gives you up like almost 2% cash back and shit like that. Yeah, that stuff helps too.
I don't have that thing, but I'm not a big fan of what's it called again? Oh no,
Finances?
never mind. I thought no, I thought you said AARP for some reason.
No.
That's what I got it mixed up with. It was like, what is
USAA.
USAA? Yeah. I'd actually looked
Yeah.
at them for my home loan, but ended up not going that route.
Oh, I didn't even go with them for my home. Like, they had my auto loan because they were fucking retardedly good, and they only gear towards veterans, which is always nice because they get a lot more leeway when it comes to shit because they're like, nah, vets are good about paying stuff back, so we kind of favor them a little bit more than we
Sure.
would the average run-of-the-mill riffraff that may or may not pay their shit. But I do use USAA for like the bulk of banking purposes because they're just really fucking good at it. But Navy Federal has my mortgage because they were awesome. And one of their big selling points where they're like, yeah, we will not sell your mortgage to places like PennyMac or anything. We keep them the whole time. I'm like, and sold. It's like, never
That
mind, your interest rates were
oh
awesome.
wow,
But the
that would
fact
be
that you
sweet.
won't sell the shit is amazing. Love it. Thank you.
It is that is great because I did not think about that, didn't know about that. When you get a
Same.
mortgage, they just
Yep.
they just sell it back and forth to each other and
Yep.
raise the price every time because that's when
Yep.
they're allowed to raise the price.
So like if you were ever to hypothetically want to refinance your house, I would 100% as like one vet to another say talk to USAA, and if you're gonna do like a refinance and say you need like improvements or shit like that, you can do a VA cash out refinance where you will be locked in at an interest rate that can never change no matter what.
Okay, now
And
we're
it will
talking.
be a super good fucking interest rate that cannot
Huh.
be super high. It has to be at like the lowest markets that are available. And also Navy Federal won't sell the mortgage. All awesome shit.
Yes, thank you very much. I knew I was hesitating on doing that for a reason, and now I know why I was hesitating.
Oh, and a lot of times say if you're wanting to do a cash out refinance where you want to take some of your equity out of your home, right? Like USAA, for instance, they will only let you take out 90% of the value of your home, right? They won't let you take out 100%.
Okay.
Navy Federal will.
I don't know exactly what you mean. Like, I don't think I'd want to do that. Wouldn't that
So,
double my loan, basically double the loan or whatever? If you took out
all
90%
right.
of.
So, depending on what your interest is, all right, and if this is what I do for a living, like
Okay.
finances, I don't
I'm
work
all
for a
ears.
bank. I do it for myself. So anyway, so say you have an interest rate on your mortgage right now at like a high end 7 or 8%, right? And you owe, this is all hypotheticals. You owe say 250,000 on that home, right? You want to do a cash out refinance. The VA send out an appraiser. The bank does it and you don't get to pick them. It's the VA because they want to make sure it's fair. That appraiser comes out and says your home's worth 300,000. Navy Federal will then be like, okay, we will give you a mortgage of 300,000. 250,000 goes and pays off your current mortgage. The other 50K is yours. You could do whatever the fuck you want with it. We do not care. And we're going to give you an interest rate of 5.5%. So going from 8% to 5.5%, even though the mortgage is more, your payments will still go down because the interest is lower. And you walk
Wow.
away with 50K. Where you're like, dude, my payments go down. I'm with a bank that's not gonna fuck me and sell my shit later, and I'm getting 50K to do whatever the fuck I want with out of it. Score.
Bro, I think I just found a new best friend. Everybody out there listening, I'm definitely
Oh,
gonna need. I'm definitely gonna need some of that. That exact situation because I have a bunch of updates I need to do in my house, and they keep sending me letters about it. You know, having 40K or so of equity. I'm like, I could put a lot into the updates. You know.
Oh, dude, if the unsolicited messages are telling you you have 40K, those are from people that are only
From
going
my
to let
bank.
you loan out like 90%. Yeah, I guarantee your
Right.
bank's probably only going to let you take out 90%,
Hmm.
which means the actual amount you could get out probably closer to 60, 65.
I see what
And
you mean.
if you need some drastic home improvements, here's some bug stuff to put in your head. And this is the route I ended up going because I was raised by accountants, and the accountants I was raised by were also raised by accountants.
Hey, Mikey.
I'm the only one that went to the fucking military,
Nice.
but I still got all that upbringing shit. So anyway,
That's cool.
so I ended up doing a refinance thing because I needed to do home improvements. But what I ended up finding when I ran the numbers was, and also learning about some nifty little fucking programs going on, is that it was more beneficial to pay off all myself and my wife's debts, which took up the bulk of the money. But with us being debt free, it's going to sound weird. Several banks, including one of them is Wells Fargo and a few other big banks, to help kind of stimulate the economy because they're noticing like, oh shit, people aren't working. They're offering loans for home improvement. So like where you have to get contractors to come out and improve your home with 60-month 0% interest.
Wow.
Yeah. So why the fuck would you do that? That's just fucking layaway up basically on a new furnace, new duct system, new AC, any other kind
New
of bullshit you
windows.
could possibly think. Yep, there you go.
One whole side
Where
of
it's
my
like,
house doesn't have insulation, bro. The VA home loan doesn't, like, the inspection doesn't cover somebody opening the wall and finding this out until until I'm in there here for years, finding out there's no insulation on like basically half my house.
that's a
Yeah.
rough one.
Yeah, like that would be a huge update, like that and the windows, and I'd be feeling like my power usage would probably go way down.
Oh, dude, my big update is a heating and cooling system because hear this shit, okay? So this house has,
Hey, Mikey.
the
Go ahead.
radiant resistant heat, right?
Hmm.
But it's in the fucking ceiling.
Okay.
So heating in Ohio winters, which are pretty fucking cold. So my electric bill will go from in the summertime, my electric bill run maybe 350 bucks to in the winter as high as $1,200.
It says his name on the screen, you guys. Or Chris. Chris, like the other voice. The other voice. Calm down,
So
Chris. You'll be okay. He's telling me
getting a new
awesome
heating
information.
system that doesn't fuck me so much in the electric bill. Like for instance, I'm getting a 98% efficient natural gas furnace put in. With that, my heating bill will effectively go from roughly $900 to $1,000 every month to winter to the heating bill will be $150.
That's quite an improvement.
And because it's high efficiency natural gas, all the tree huggers, they're okay with it.
I think every house should have a like a mechanism that maybe we pay some company like a plumber or whatever to fix, but it is a mechanism that uses our waste to generate power, generate whatever you can out of our own waste, not just gas, but compost, whatever else you want to go into the details of. But yeah, like we're just throwing it, like we're paying to throw it away and to poison ourselves with it down the river. Like, like can we just like find a way to use that? Like, ew, it's gross. Okay, you'd rather be in the water supply? Like,
why not use it to make fertilizer?
Yeah.
Considering that we spend so much money importing fertilizer.
100%. And the fact that there was a shortage because of when the war in Russia kicked off back in the day, they were talking about this big shortage of fertilizer. And at the time, I was like, well, look, maybe fish can help to bridge that gap, because a lot of fish emulsion, a lot of fish fertilizer is being used now, and it makes sense. But that's not the only fertilizer we have, on hand. Just ask Mark, or no, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon in The Martian. He grew potatoes in his own poo.
Yeah, ew.
On fucking Mars.
Mikey, Chris, you guys want to come up? You can. I can leave the Discord if you guys want to come up. I see a few friends in the chat that typically come up for a smoke sometimes, so I don't want to alienate everyone. But it's been a good chat, man. It's been fun getting to know people, trying to branch out. I'll be honest, like I spent way too many years on Facebook thinking that, and the whole time I spent, other places too, but I was growing on Facebook faster, and I was actually, that's where most of my followers are, and that's where everyone who's commenting right now on Rumble is from Facebook. I'm actually live on Facebook, but only 3 people are watching. So it's Facebook has just basically over time choked me out. So I'm like, I'm all over the place now. Rumble does a lot. Like Rumble's probably the best spot for me, but I don't imagine that like every site is going to, I'm going to agree with what they do forever. So I don't put my stock in any. I'd like to have my own website, to be honest. That would be the cool thing.
It's not that hard to do.
Yeah, I just haven't done it. I'm not gonna do it myself, and I'm not gonna spend too much. Actually, at one time I had a couple $1,000s that I was willing to put on a website. I had a friend that says he builds websites and didn't take me up on it, which means that he probably wasn't as much of a website builder as he said he was. Said needed work. And what I want is a website that I can go live on, I can do my show on, but also, have and so there's a few things that I couldn't get from just going to Shopify or GoDaddy or whatever these other, GoDaddy's a domain thing. Never mind. I don't know.
That would be a difficult thing to do, though. Like to actually get live on your own server. You need a pretty sizable server. That's why most people do it on like Kick, Rumble, or the other places, because they're handling the infrastructure. Because depending on how many people you get, like if it ever grows or gets sizable and everything, servers will crash very easily.
Well, okay, then. I mean, no one's really explained that to me, which thank you. But the other thing is that I would just like to be able to put videos up on it. Like put videos. It may not have to be like the hours long episode, but like clips and shorts, and have a place that you can post videos on the site, and have like a message board. Like we were talking about MySpace earlier. Like I would like to have a message board that's just kind of up all the time on the main page, and people can kind of pop through and like say hi and or whatever and leave. I think that would be fun.
That's pretty doable. Because the only, even think back to the MySpace days and stuff, there were limitations to where, like, if you uploaded a song or a video, you remember they'd have that little thing, video cannot be greater than X.
Mm-hmm.
That was because their servers could not handle anything else. the reason why YouTube got as big as it did was because it was the first company that was like, we are taking all money and we're dumping it all into more servers, just more servers, servers as far as the eye can see. That's why they can support all this shit. And then when they got bought out by Google, who had even more big bucks, even Google was like, more servers, more servers, more servers. And that's why they're able to host as much shit as they do. It's because they have that infrastructure.
And that's
So,
why
but
Facebook decided to start deleting all live videos after 30 days. Like none of it stays on their servers anymore.
it's not cost effective for them. They tried to go in and compete with a massive infrastructure that people are already used to using, with something that was not exactly user friendly, that people weren't really used to using, and expecting them all to switch over. Why? What incentive did they really give? Not much. So of course people aren't going to do it. It's not like YouTube costs money, and it's not like they're a new Netflix coming and being like, hey, we're $10 cheaper than those guys. No, it's both free, so no reason to switch. Humans are creatures of habit. If you don't give them a good reason to switch, they ain't going to do it.
That's why it's been hard to get people to get off of Facebook. But you know what? Those of us that did, I think, are happier. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Oh yeah, I never really got big into Facebook. Like I have one, and I actually get kind of in trouble for it because I'll get like, sister will send me one of those Facebook Evite things to where it's like, come to your nephew's birthday, and I don't fucking get it. And I'm like, hey, you have my cell phone. Why don't you just fucking text me? You know I'm not on Facebook. She's like, oh, I forgot. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to know people. Like, if you don't know anybody there, then it doesn't really matter. Like, I happen to get into the live streaming, like some groups on Facebook and live streaming and the stoner community, and it just kind of went from there. And the whole time I was on other sites. I wasn't actually interacting. I was posting stuff, and that's not. You can't really. You have to actually be back and forth. It has to be a. I figured it out a long time ago. I make situations that are win-win for people who are also doing stuff online. Like, you can't expect another creator to sit and watch your show, but you could 100% collaborate in some other ways. Like, hey, let's both come on each other's shows as guests, whatever. Like, those kind of things are totally doable. But people are so, like, I don't know. People are weird about it. It's like, why? I don't know. I think some people are just weird because they think that it's gonna either get heated, or maybe they think that they don't want to sound dumb or something. I don't know what it is, but people that will be okay in front of the camera, but not be okay to come on as a guest. Last night we had 2 people to come on our show that were never on, and it was pretty fun. They had a good time. Hey Alice, what's up? I don't know, I'm kind of rambling, but it's just it's a weird thing trying to collaborate with people. It's like herding cats, these people that are all like creators, you might call them.
Well, a lot of times people just, they want to, but when they recognize all the different layers of work and stuff they'd have to get into it, that kind of makes them not want to. It's like, prime example is like, tons of people from Taco to be like, oh dude, you come on my show and talk about finance shit because you give such good advice and stuff. And I'm like, because I don't. It's one of those. I've gotten to the point where I enjoy being retired, and I just like being left alone.
Well,
I'm so good at the finance stuff; it's basically automated at this point,
right.
and I just kind of sit and make a decent living.
So you're kind of right along this point because you are not saying, hey, yeah, I do a podcast about finance and stuff, and then and then if I was to be like, well, that's awesome, you want to come on as a guest sometime, and you're like, nah, like, that's when it would bother me. If you're like, I'm not someone who gets on the camera and does this kind of thing, then I wouldn't, like, obviously that's gonna, there's a higher chance you're not gonna want to be on camera. But for me, it's like, if you were to tell me, oh yeah, I go live and I do this and this and this, but yeah, I'm just not gonna come on the show. Like, what? Fine. I mean, hold on, but I should back up, because people don't say that. They just end up not responding, or like they're always busy. And it's
Oh yeah,
like,
I get that. That's where a lot of people try to
Just
avoid any
say that.
confrontation.
yeah, but just say that. Like, hey, I don't think I like the format or whatever. Cool. No problem with me.
See, I would have no issue coming on anyone's show just to talk bullshit like this.
Yeah.
But it's the whole like you got to come on camera, what to do this stuff, and I'm like, bro, like I have the most
Scripted.
ridiculous social anxiety. That's why I've worked my ass off to not have to deal with people unless I absolutely want to. So if you want me to come
Makes
on, I can
sense.
do a voice thing, but there ain't gonna be no camera, live interaction, shit like that. Yeah, too much work for me.
I don't think it's
To be
necessary.
basically just talking like on a Discord that's recorded, effectively, kind of like this.
Yeah, and I guess maybe I should be more upfront about that. I didn't think about it. I was just like, yeah, I'll pop in and talk while I'm sitting there. It takes an hour usually for somebody to find my notifications. It's crazy. What, you have a question? What are you? Oh, never mind. Chris says he's getting discount boner pills. So I wish you luck, my
sounds
friend.
fun.
What's up, Nelly? All right, I think we're gonna shut off Facebook so that I can play some music that I can't play on Facebook.
Copyright infringement.
Yeah, all over Rumble, no problem. No issues at all.